Guys, I want to show off how my draft league went this week. Let's check it out. All right. So here's the matchup, and Umbreon just went off, and I wanted to show you. Donphan clutched up and made this win possible, but we're not going to, lag around talking about what happened. We're just going to get right into it, right? So Ting-Lu was a huge problem for me. I thought Slowking could potentially be a problem, just being walls that are difficult to deal with, and obviously Espathra is the biggest threat on the entire team with the speed boost, stored power stuff that it can do. So Ting-Lu gets up 2 early spikes. I get a Stealth Rocks up of my own, and it just starts, using Ruination. Here I get red carded, and it's using red card, Whirlwind, Ruination to just chip down my team, and I'm really struggling to get through. So I think it's about here I decide that I want to just force this thing off the field, and hopefully I can be boosted before it comes back on the field. So the idea is, I believe I'm going to go and... Nope, I hadn't made this decision yet. At this point, I was looking for Screamtail to get on the field, and then I pair a Song. So now the Ting-Lu is going to have to switch. So I figure I can go into my Mew here and start Dragon Dancing. This is a Dragon Dance, Close Combat, Thief, and maybe Psychic Fangs for stab. And I'm realizing they're not going to switch, so I just rip the raw Close Combat because I really desperately need damage on Ting-Lu, because I know as soon as this thing dies, I'm golden. So it's got 1 turn left. I figure he's probably switching. I'll Rapid Spin, get these 3 spikes off, and kind of reset my team's timer. That saves me a lot of health. Turns out he doesn't switch, lets the Ting-Lu die, and I get the spikes off. Let's be honest, that is the best case scenario for me. Spikes are gone, and the biggest threat to my team is dead. I go right into my win condition, Magician's Red, and I just start Calm Mind boosting. Now, the JoJo fans here realize why it's named Magician's Red, but the rest of you, I'll let you just sit around and find out. As we continue to Calm Mind boost and reveal our other move already. Yep, we already revealed that we have Moonlight for healing and Terra Fire. Now I'm able to resist the Gigaton Hammer. That is so dangerous. Would probably otherwise be able to KO the Umbreon. However, he locks me into Encore, so I have to Moonlight for a couple turns in a row. But he switches out. I think his play may have been to just lock me into Moonlight and force me to struggle there. But he ends up actually switching out, allowing me to get more boosts. Brings out the Espathra. I'm Calm Mind boosted to the moon, and I can just Dark Pulse this thing. And I believe that's what I do. I believe I try to Dark Pulse the Psychic type right away. He ends up Terra typing the Espathra into a Steel type, so it doesn't kill me. But now the Fire typing resists Dazzling Gleam. I have Terra Blast I have now revealed, which is able to just one-shot the Steel type Espathra. And Typhlosion falls to Dark Pulse, and this is just a brutal and beautiful sweep. I'm going to speed this up a little bit for you. Another Terra Blast KOs the Leafeon. So we've been yawned. We get another turn. We get to KO Tinkaton here, which is great. The Gigaton Hammer only does 21%. KO Tinkaton, and I fall asleep. Interesting, though, is that if I fell asleep, the Synchronize would have slept my opponent. However, my opponent had been fainted, so nobody actually fell asleep. Now it's Slowking who's left with just Surf to kill the Umbreon. But he's not going to be able to because I've Calm Mind boosted so much. My Iapapa Berry actually manages to trigger, healing Umbreon a little bit more, giving me more time for this sleep to save the day, wake up, Dark Pulse. That's game. Zelda Catbug, GG's, thank you for the match. That was a fun one for me.